In the modern world, we often forget the value of silence. Every day, we are swept away by the endless flow of information, never-ending conversations, and the pressures of work, family, and society. But have you ever asked yourself, is there a moment in your day when you are completely silent, without thoughts, without words, just purely present? Think about it. If you could change one thing in your life to find inner peace, what would it be? Would it be reducing your workload, engaging in leisure activities, or perhaps learning to control your words and emotions? In this video, we will explore a story about the power of silence and how it can change your life. This is not just a simple Buddhist or Zen story. It carries profound lessons for life that you can apply to your own journey. The story of the king and the monk. Once upon a time, in ancient India, there was a powerful and wealthy king. He had everything anyone could ever wish for: gold, magnificent palaces, respect, and admiration from his people. However, there was one thing he could not possess: inner peace. Despite having everything, his mind was always restless, anxious, worried, and exhausted. He did not understand why he felt this way. Every day he faced bouts of anger, frustration, and a sense of emptiness that neither money nor power could solve. One day, the king decided to seek answers. He sought out a famous monk known for his tranquility, wisdom, and compassion. When he met the monk, the king asked, "Dear monk, although I have everything in life, I still cannot find peace in my heart. Why is that? Please help me rid myself of this inner turmoil." The monk smiled gently and said, "Your Majesty, the answer is already within you, but you have never truly sought it. You have been looking for everything outside yourself, but have forgotten that true peace must come from within. I will suggest a small experiment. Are you willing to try?" The king, curious and eager, agreed. The monk continued, "For the next 15 days, you will stay at my monastery. You will live a simple life and remain silent. You are not allowed to speak unless absolutely necessary, and you should spend time meditating." The king was somewhat skeptical, but driven by his desire for answers, he agreed to the monk's conditions. On the first day, the king felt even more restless. He found it difficult to stay silent, unable to speak, and without his usual sense of power. His mind was filled with questions, thoughts, and unease. However, he was determined to follow the monk's guidance and slowly adapted to the quiet life. As the days passed, the king began to notice a change. He spent more time meditating, quietly observing the nature around him. The blooming flowers, the birds singing in the sky, and the gentle breeze rustling through the forest. He felt a deep connection to the world around him, something he had never experienced before. The silence had opened a new door for him, allowing him to feel life more deeply and quietly. By the 12th day, the king reached a state of deep meditation. His mind was no longer troubled by negative thoughts or daily worries. He experienced an inner peace he had never known before, a joy that came from deep within. When the 15-day challenge ended, the king approached the monk and said, "Dear monk, I now understand why my mind was always restless. I have realized that the main reason is that I talked too much, spent too much time thinking negatively about others, and wasted my energy on unnecessary matters. It was these things that disturbed my mind and robbed me of peace." The monk nodded in agreement and said, "You have found the answer. Indeed, it is not just you. Many people in this world face the same situation. We often speak too much, think too much, and it is our words and thoughts that make us tired. silence is the first step toward understanding yourself. In the modern world, many people experience similar struggles as the king in the story. We are caught up in the fast-paced rhythm of life, endless conversations, complex social relationships, and have no time to sit still and listen to ourselves. A friend of mine who worked at a major tech company always felt exhausted and out of balance due to his busy work schedule. He was constantly overwhelmed by meetings, emails, and never-ending tasks. However, after reading about meditation and the power of silence, he decided to give it a try. Every day, he spent 10 minutes meditating, doing nothing but focusing on his breath. After a while, he noticed a significant change. Work became easier, he could focus better, and he felt more at peace in his daily life. His story is a clear example of how important it is to take time for silence and listen to ourselves. Another example is a successful entrepreneur who, after many years of dedicating himself to work, began to feel disconnected from himself. He felt that life had become meaningless and empty, even though he had achieved great success in his career. Through the advice of a friend, he began practicing meditation and silence each day. Over time, not only did he find inner peace, but he also made better business decisions and maintained a healthy balance between his personal and professional life. Silence does not only bring peace to the soul, but also helps us live more effectively. When we are silent, we have time to think clearly, to listen not only to others, but also to ourselves. This helps us make better decisions and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Try to set aside 20 minutes every day to sit in silence and listen to yourself. You will be surprised by what you discover in your mind. Silence will bring you tranquility and clarity in all situations. In the end, we learn that silence is not a weakness but a source of boundless strength. In this noisy and pressure-filled world, knowing when to stay silent and when to speak is an art of living. It is the way to maintain inner peace and face life's challenges with calmness. Practice silence and listen more. By doing so, you will find tranquility within yourself and live a more fulfilled life.